everybody, I'm Corey, part of Muzzle Studios, and guess what? I'm going to be teaching you how to do a very awesome and very realistic looking muzzle flash. What is a muzzle flash, you might ask? Well, a muzzle flash is the thing that comes out of the barrel of the gun. When the bullet comes out, a flash happens, kind of like in this movie right here. Now, if you want to make an awesome looking, very easy to do muzzle flash like you just saw in that movie clip, this is how you do it. Pretty awesome, right? So it's a very simple little process, and first you should have video. So your video footage should look something like this. So just you pretending to shoot a gun, right? Pretty simple. So take your video file and drag it into this little icon, which creates a new comp. Now you're in your new comp. The first thing you want to do is create a new solid. So go to Layer, New, Solid. You want it to be you want to go to the yellows, and you want it to be kind of a dark, kind of mud yellow, kind of like that. And name it Flash, short for muzzle flash. Make it comp size. So press the little button here right here that says make comp size, and press OK. So now you have your little solid. And now the next thing you want to do is poke in that little eye right there, and the solid will disappear. Now go to your pen tool, go to your timeline, scroll through it, and get to the frame right before you actually start shooting the gun. So here's me shooting the gun. Go to the frame right before that gun starts to move. And draw out a muzzle flash. Now, it looks a little strange and very unrealistic, and there's a very simple way to fix that. Go to your little mouse, which is also called the selection tool, and you can move every single little point around and make it whatever shape you want. I recommend a shape sort of like this one, but that's just me. You can do whatever shape you want. I'm not going to go into much detail on this because I'm obviously doing a tutorial. So now since when you're done your shape, go back to that little eye square and punch it back in. Now you have this kind of green yellow mud look, and move it to where your muzzle is. Now to add some detail, make sure your solid is selected and go to Effect, Stylize, Glow, and bring up the glow radius to 60. So it kind of has a feathered glow. Now, to get rid of its very kind of dark, like sharp edges, you want to go select your solid again and press F, which brings up your little mask feather, and feather it out to 18. So you have a nice soft kind of look right here. And that's it for the detail. So now, since we have a little bit of problem here, the fact that it stays out through the whole entire video, which you do not want, just take your timeline bar right here and move it all the way to where that timeline indicator is. And make sure the indicator is on the frame you want it to be on, the frame right before the gun fires. And then take the right side of the red bar and squish it down so you have a single frame in which the flash will actually show up. Now I have 3 times, I'm shooting this gun 3 times, and I only have 1 muzzle flash set up. So what I need to do is take the timeline and scroll through it to the frame right before your gun starts moving. So about there. And click on your flash solid again. And you want to duplicate it. So go to Edit, Duplicate. And I have a third shot, so I want to duplicate it yet again. So Edit, Duplicate. And you want to duplicate it as many times as you actually fire the gun. So take the right side of the bar and this time put it a frame after the red timeline indicator. Take the left side and squish it as much as you possibly can. And do the same for the third gunshot. So move it right before the gun starts firing. Take the right side and move it a frame after the timeline indicator. And take the left side and squish it against it. So now you have 3 frames in which the gunfire actually takes place. Oh, and another little hint here. Every time you move it, make sure it's aligned with the gun barrel, because every time you shoot the gun will be in a different position every time you're going to shoot it. So make sure the flash is aligned with the barrel. Just a minor detail. So, just line it up. Right there. Good. So now what you have is this. But it's still a little bit off. And to add a little bit more detail, this one is fine because it's nice and straight with the barrel. But when the barrel is tilted, you want to select the solid in which you're working on. In this case, I'm working on the second solid. And you want to press R for rotation. And kind of rotate it to the position where your barrel is rotated. So it kind of lines up with your barrel in kind of a nice line way. Just go to the third one, select the third flash solid, press R again, and rotate it a little bit. Depends what angle your gun's at, but that's how much you're going to rotate it. So now we've rotated it, added the nice kind of blur effect, and even though it looks oversized, that is the way you want it. Because if you look in awesome action adventure movies like James Bond and stuff, you'll see that muzzle flashes actually are just a single little image that flashes, and they are oversized and feathered out a bit. And that's how you do it. And nobody will notice that it's just kind of a solid unless you actually point it out to them. That's why making a muzzle flash is so easy, and it's the best way to add a great effect to your gunshots. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you tune in to our next little tutorial. And we don't just make tutorials. Muzzle Studios also makes some pretty cool videos, which will be coming out in the future. So, thanks for watching, and subscribe. Bye.